one of the reasons I wanted to go this way was I saw there's a park over here. It's not, it doesn't look overtly welcoming, but we'll see. I think this is also where I'm heading back to where the Springwater Corridor is again. What is it, Tideman Johnson Park? Yeah, just at the end of this dead-end road. You just enter, yeah. So it says Tideman Johnson Park there, but Tideman Johnson Nature Area here. They're having a battle as to what it actually is. I read once, like, what's the difference between something being a park and something being a nature area, and I forget a lot of it. I know, like, primarily parks tend to have more amenities. Like a nature area doesn't need to have a restroom, doesn't necessarily have parking, or at least good parking. But I've never been down here before. Is that people? Is that trash? God, I hope there's no homeless people down here. Yeah, here's the Springwater Corridor. Just cutting through here. Oh man, I wonder if this is a... Because I forget, I want to say part of the Springwater Corridor is related to a trolley line or streetcar line. I could be totally wrong. I feel like a dum-dum being like, I think it was probably a streetcar that came through here. It's like, no, I know there was a streetcar that came through here. I forget which line it was. It may have been the line that continued on towards Estacada, which would make sense because the Springwater Corridor, this just goes on forever in that direction, and it eventually gets to Boring, which is not too far from Estacada. A streetcar line definitely 100% came through here. This totally looks like a not an original trolley stop, but there may have been a stop here at one time, and this is kind of commemorating it. Somebody just burnt this to ash. Somebody gonna come down here and fix this, or at least clean it up? And why did you spare this bench? This is weird. This went from like, oh, this could be okay, to just like ominous as shit. Yeah, I heard some kids over here, but I don't know if they're in the park or what. I probably want to go down the corridor here, but I mean, how can I say no to look? I mean, look at this. How do I say no to this? This is beautiful. It's like the walk to meet St. Peter at the pearly gates. Guarantee there's got to be at least one or two homeless camps in here. There's some old fencing there. It's the kind of fencing that you have to fix up when you play Red Dead Redemption 2. You get up on the farm, it's like, fix this fence. You gotta pound these posts in and lift these pieces up and run them together. Camping prohibited. Well, that means there's definitely been homeless camps here. Because, yeah, that's why, I mean, I know homelessness is an issue in every city, but you go back like 6 years, they didn't have camping prohibited signs in every single freaking park in the city. Well, they pretty much do now. And yeah, and well, it can be confusing because they'll put no trespassing signs up, which makes you think like, okay, well, this is supposed to be a park. Am I not allowed to go in here? Then you realize over time, like, oh, well, when they say no trespassing, they mean like no being on the property in a improper way, I guess you could put it. This is cool. Wetland plant communities. I'm all about that. That's also another area where they're trying to revitalize the livestock, and homeless people are probably coming in and crushing it with their tarpaulins and their tents, which is, you know, I hold them responsible. They're the ones making the decision to do that or not. But also the city, you know, the city keeps getting rid of places that, like, you know, they could camp at and they wouldn't really be in the way, you know, like under freeways and stuff like that. They keep taking those places away, and it's like, well, where the hell do you think these... It's like they think by taking away the common places that homeless people are just going to disappear. I think the powers that be still kind of delusionally, through delusion, think that this problem is either not as bad as it is, which I think a lot of them do believe that because they're dumb, or that it's somehow, some way gonna just change one day. Anyway, that's it. I'm in too beautiful a place to be rambling and ranting about the homeless issue. Railing on the homeless issue again. It is so beautiful and yet strangely odd down here. And so is that a path? Is this a path? Because it looks like a path. I saw it go out and run. Well, you're just saying no camping. I don't see anything that says this is, I mean, this is elevated. That kind of infers something, I guess. But, like, this is a path. Snack pies. Count me in. So I'm guessing this is Johnson Creek, since Johnson Creek Boulevard is right around the corner. Right now, I'm just the weird guy right across the creek from these homes with my camera out. But yeah, you can see this is a path. I just don't know what I'm gonna run into. Maybe nothing. I mean, it looks like there's like been some instances of homelessness down here, but whatever was is probably cleared out. I'm still keeping my eyes peeled. I hate that saying. Oh yeah, I bet that this is like a runoff area for the water. You see, I go out, whoa, look at this uprooting. Jeez. You know, I don't know what to expect. And I get off the bus on 82nd where it's all shitty at the start of this day. And who would have thought I would end up in a place like this? Beautiful. It'd be really cool if this trail kind of hooked up with something, but I don't think it's going to. It looks like it just kind of ends here because there's a drop off. Yeah. It looks like this just kind of no, it keeps going. Never mind. Consider me corrected, which is fine. I wanted to ultimately be going this way anyway. Yeah, you gotta find this little path here to even know that you can get down here up close and personal with the water. There's a lot of trash over here. Probably a lot of stuff that's, I don't know, maybe someone was camping over there, but maybe some of this just got washed into there and it's just been mangling around that tree, that trunk. Man, wonder how cold this water is right now. So yeah, this is cool. You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna get a feel for the water. Yeah, it's pretty cold. Not as cold as I would figure it would be in January. I mean, it's a beautiful January day, but it's still the winter. Still only like 45 degrees out here. Onward we go. That was awesome, though. Where is this taking me? I mean, if it's just, it would make logical sense that, like, I feel like that's a slightly more recent creation, that kind of elevated ground. But logistically, this trail, came through here at some point. This trail, maybe this one, it's probably been here longer than that. So I feel like this would have logistically connected to the Springwater at one point. There's a bridge up here. Oh, is that a Springwater? I guess the corridor would have to cross the creek at some point. Yeah, it looks like maybe there's been some fires down here. I mean, not like burnt up shoe. Ladies, one of you left your heel down here. Yeah, you see, because there's a bridge. Whoa, shit, almost. That wood is not, that is weathered. Yeah, but you can see there's a little bridge there. I'm guessing that's the Springwater Corridor, because it should be right over there. But yeah, it is so damn beautiful down here. And you gotta hit this little side trail here to even know it's there. I'm getting off this because that is some weathered wood. And there's the big hill leading up to homes. Does this, it looks like there's like, I see like a, it almost looks like maybe that's something that wraps me up to the bridge up there. There's a lower hanging, maybe it's a bridge down here. I don't want to depart without. Here's where the water kind of softens. Never referred to water as softening before. Yeah, one last little look, kind of the more calm stretch. It's nice, you know, it's like, what, about a foot and a half deep, maybe at the deepest portion there. I mean, this would be a nice place on a really hot day to be, because the sun is blocked by the trees mostly. It's uphill. You can probably have a lot of shade. And the water, I mean, it's not even that cold now. It's probably pretty nice during the summer months. I don't know. I mean, again, there's a wildlife thing going on here, but I mean, I assume that's cool. They just don't want people camping down here. But obviously, you know, if it's a park, they probably want you to be in the park. Yeah, I want to see what this situation is. If this is, I don't know, this could be, it looks old. Like it's an old, maybe it's a former bridge. I don't know. I may not even be able to get on this because it may be, yeah, what is this? Yeah, I don't know. There's a sign there that I'm guessing is one of these wildlife signs. So that means people do come from that direction back this way. Oh yeah, there is an old bridge here underneath. Because I'm pretty sure this is the corridor up here. Yeah, because it's too thin. If you look up at it, it's too thin to be a street. They're not going to build a bridge like this for a one-way road. So yeah, this has got to be the corridor. But then there's this down here. And some art. What's that? I don't know. There's actually some pretty cool and sometimes crazy art going on here. Tranquilize. What in tarnation is this? That's so cool. You know, normally I don't. Oh, hello. You know, normally I don't promote tagging, but I mean, first of all, like what? You think people that are thinking about moving to the city are coming down here and thinking this is damaging their property value? It's just some cool art. Actually, you know, creative for the most part. There's some usual run-of-the-mill tagging, but there's some actual like art here. Hey, why not? These are just boring nothing girders anyway. Or girder, I guess some of them are girders. Supports, maybe is a better word for it. They're even inside here. You've got these faces staring at you. Nice mug. Look at all them teeth. I wish I had that many teeth. Lost so many of them over the years. So that's awesome. I love this. Whoever did this, I noticed a lot of the art style is similar, so it's probably just, a lot of it's probably the same person, I would assume. Okay, yeah, so yeah, it looks like This is nice because I didn't know if this was going to come out. And I thought I was maybe going to have to hoof my way back up there. Or is this the corridor? I'm so confused. This bridge looks old as shit from the side down there. Maybe this is a road. Maybe, or like no, there's a guy on a bicycle. That's totally the corridor. So maybe this is like the original bridge that the corridor went over, and then they built a nicer one, but they just kept this one open? I don't know. I don't really get to see Johnson Creek up close, so this was nice. We might still be in the park, like on the fringe of the park. Ooh, the trail gets tiny. Ooh, another little spot to make your way down by the water. This is a cool hangout spot. And it's close to the trail, which means probably during the good months, this probably gets taken up by people real quick. And it gets a little deeper here. This is probably about, I don't know, maybe 3 feet down there. A little baby waterfall. A little nook. So I'm only assuming that this reassociates itself with the main corridor stretch up here. Otherwise, I don't know where I'm going. I'm just straddling it all this time. I have to come back and like scale this ivy wall. Like, why wouldn't they just have this trail reconnect with it? Yeah, I gotta go way through this muck. This is not gonna be fun. Try to step on. Okay, this is where it's gonna get a little rough. Okay, I think. Okay, I got past the worst of it, I think. Oh my God, nope, it's still kind of mushy. I'm just walking right into the sun. Oh God, those noises. So yeah, I found a couple unexpected things today. And, all right, now I'm back on the corridor. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that little unexpected travel. I've been just kind of walking around town. So, hope you all enjoyed that. Like I said, this kind of content in the past would have gone on my main channel, Steve the Amateur Historian. Go like and subscribe and hey diddle diddle. And, but now this content's going here. Keep that channel free and loose, like my lifestyle. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. And I'll see you next time.